Hey guys, this is Isaiah, and this time I'm going to do a video on how I mount my Locomotive air horns on my cab guard. Basically, it's a pretty easy setup. I took this chunk of aluminum right here. It's basically 4 inches this way, and I believe it's 3 1/4 inches this way. And I cut it myself, drilled the holes myself, and it works very well for what I use it for. I thought about welding it, having it welded to my cab guard, but I didn't. This makes it removable, you know, if I need to work on it or if I have a better idea coming up soon, you know. So basically I have these rubber mats here in between. I have this piece of thick rubber right here in between so it doesn't scratch up my cab guard, and I got 4 bolts holding this thing on here, and this thing is stout. You can pound on that thing all day and it won't move. And on the front I cut it flat here, as you can see, and I actually cut this square chunk of aluminum right here to fit on the front of this so it looks real nice and clean. And I threaded some holes into this aluminum on the corners here so that I can just bolt it in. Basically, if I want to take this off, I'll take this plate off and then I can get to the bolts inside there. I just thought it'd make it look nice and clean. So, on my Locomotive air horns, I use garden hose fittings, and this is the one that I use for every horn that I own, right here. It's got a 1/2 inch that goes into the manifold, and it's got a garden hose adapter right here. So basically it screws in just like that using some type of tape seal on there, and then tighten it down with a wrench. So when that's ready to go, this is how I mount my horns up here. Hopefully you guys will be able to see this. A little adjusting here. Plop that down right there. I only use 2 bolts. Let me see if you guys can see. Okay, that's not too bad. I only use 2 bolts to mount the horns because that's really all it needs. So all I do is put one right there, put one right there, and then I use one of these ratcheting wrenches, open-end wrenches. They're really slick for this kind of stuff. So basically tighten that one, tighten the other one, get those tightened down, and this is my security right here. This is a master lock, so nobody can walk off with these horns. Basically it comes apart just like that. And the horn's locked. So now what I do is I take my airline garden hose. I had this pressed on at the local fluid connectors here in Bend. So all you do is screw that bad boy in just like that, and you're ready to go. Very easy.